Hello everyone, this is Shrike playing more Demon Bluff. The free demo, there's a link in the description, and this game is something I can't stop thinking about because it's just so unbelievably good. We are going to perhaps switch over to try endless mode here. Every village is randomized, more challenging characters and scenarios, increased difficulty. So in the regular mode, we got to Ascension 15, and I think I'm ready for this. See, we got our regular villagers who are good and tell you the truth, unless they are corrupted by someone evil, such as Puka, who any adjacent villagers get corrupted, and corrupted characters lie even if they are good. And then we got some outcasts, which are more like neutral characters that you don't necessarily have to kill, but they can also mess you up or help you. In this case, adjacent truthful characters, so characters that are not lying, don't give you any information, but they'll give you any of their information. But they do give you the information that they were telling the truth. So, all we have to do is reveal some cards. Oh, well, look at that. There's the Rambler. So if I reveal number 2, 1 is evil. Well, you're saying that one of those 3 are evil, but if the Rambler is truly a Rambler, then you would be lying. You'd be lying because you're not being shut up. You're not saying this, not telling him to shut up. See, compared to that, the gem crafter there is, in fact, someone that's telling the truth, unless the Rambler is adjacent liars telling me to shut up instead of sharing their info. This is saying both truthful and liars. Tell them to shut up. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We need to reveal some more information. There are no evils adjacent to you. There are no minions. I mean, that is just straight up true. There's only one demon. So she's just not lying to us. She cannot be corrupted. She cannot be evil. I'm 2 cards away from closest evil. Potentially. Everything's pointing to 2 being evil, to be honest. What I can do is learn a role between the Oracle and Empress. There's an Empress or... Oh, wait. If Puka's evil, if number 2 is Puka, then 3 is corrupted and is lying to us here. Which would mean neither of these roles would be there. Which inadvertently tells us the Empress is probably evil. There you go. If she was telling the truth, and she wasn't corrupted, then she would be, then that would imply that the Oracle is evil and not truly an evil. But in this case, because we suspected 2 was evil, that meant 3 had to be corrupted and therefore couldn't be telling us the truth. And when she doesn't tell the truth, both of those roles aren't there. Well, she didn't mention the Oracle at all, but she did mention the Empress, so the Empress couldn't be there. Therefore, had to be evil, confirming our situation. Plus, the Rambler also soft confirmed, so. Okay, we got the Shaman. There are 2 villagers in the same role. There are 2. There are always 2 of the same. There's more than 2. Something else is wrong. And then we got Ba, who's hiding an outcast. We don't know what the outcast is in this time, but we will see. Okay, it's a Plague Doctor, potentially. Unless someone's disguised as it. Let's go. Shaman is 1 card away from closest evil. We'll see. So that would imply that the Shaman and Ba are beside each other. But the Scout's information I find very hard to discern properly. 2 Dreamers. There's a good possibility of that. 5 or 7 is a Shaman. There are no corruption around you. Well, there's no corruption in this game other than maybe Plague Doctor. I'm suspecting either 6 or 7 are evil, or both. Let's see. You, and you. There's 1 evil among them. Well, that doesn't help me too much. I don't necessarily suspect he's corrupted. We can check both of these guys by having them be like Alchemist and Plague Doctor. Ba or Shaman? Let's see if you're... Well, let's see what she says, actually. Shaman, or Plague Doctor. So I assume this is Ba. Seven's Ba. Nope. Are you corrupted? You're saying 2 is evil, 4 was corrupted. I should have done this first. Well, no, wait. Yeah, she was corrupted apparently, so that doesn't really help us anymore. But that means you are either lying to us. You are telling the truth, actually, because the Plague Doctor's there. And since there's no other outcast, no one's disguised as the outcast, so this was the outcast. This was the corruption. But obviously I can't really trust your information anymore. That's fine. You were corrupted. Shaman card is 1 card away from closest evil. You're saying there's an evil amongst one of them. You're saying one of those is Shaman, which is just straight up not true. They're the Shaman. And 2 has to be the evil one. But then wouldn't he be telling us the truth? But nobody else is supporting 2 whatsoever. Okay. Okay. Oh no, it's not true because they got 2 cards in between them. Okay. Well, at least so far, we haven't lost. Puka, so we got some corruption possibilities again. Rambler, wow, okay, kind of similar. Number 5 was affected by an evil. Now that means he could be corrupted, which would point to 6 or 4 being Puka. If 6 was Puka, then it would corrupt 1, and what he's giving us would not be true. Therefore, I don't think 6 would be Puka. It'd probably be 4. Let's check 2, because they will probably give us useful information. Okay, maybe not. 2 is good. Okay. Let's see. Do I suspect? Well, let's just reveal everybody, because I can. Investigator. Rambler. And 6 is not being shut up by the Rambler. Could be corrupted. It could be 1 being Puka and corrupting here and here. That is a possibility. 2 could be corrupted and still be good. That would keep this being true. Let's do the most suspicious between you and you. Shut up. Oh, okay. Well, he's telling us the truth. He's almost certainly good. It doesn't really help us a whole lot, I will say. Other than 6 is looking pretty terrible. We can test the Jester, I guess. How many evils are amongst these 3? 1 evil. Okay, let's see. If 4 was Puka, she'd be lying. And I guess she could be told to shut up. Because there's just liars do this. So it's not really guaranteed that he is good. If you're Puka, then you're corrupted, and 2 would not be good. So it'd be 4 is evil and 2 is evil in that case. And you'd be lying, and all these would be good. That's a possibility. If 3 was Puka and lying, then 2 would also be evil, and 4 would be corrupted. But if he was corrupted, I don't think he'd get shut up by the Rambler. But I'm not sure. It's a little confusing. Because obviously there are cases where people don't shut up. So like, Jason, truthful characters still be shut up instead of sharing the info. If he lies, I think. If he's evil, that happens here. So I think 6, we can just freely, actually no, because they could be corrupted. You're saying 5 was affected by an evil, which I don't think is possible though. It means 6 or 1 is indeed almost certainly evil. I don't know which. If it's 1 being evil, then you'd be lying. Wait, there's only 1 evil. There's only 1 evil. It doesn't matter. There can't be 2 evils. So, I'm thinking... Wait, if I kill 6... Then what 1 says... I don't think he can be corrupted, can he? Can the Rambler be corrupted? Maybe he can. Oh, he can't. He cannot. Okay. And he was indeed corrupted, just lying to us. So I'm like, I don't know how Puka could affect Rambler, because I don't think... It doesn't say he can't be corrupted, but it doesn't make sense for him to be able to be corrupted. So, overthought this for sure. Well, I'm trying to be careful because this is endless mode. We only have... Oh, God. Hold on. Hold that thought. Lilith, so we got a timer, basically. We're going to lose HP. And potentially good characters overnight if we take too long to kill her. Cannot reveal the last card. We got the Drunk. The Alchemist is not going to be super helpful to us here. But yeah, we only have 1 HP here, so when we lose, we lose. So I kind of have to go a little careful here. All right, number 1. What do you got? 7 or 9? The twin minion. Potentially. Could be. I'd rather reveal good characters than evil characters. Let's do this and this. Witch or Alchemist? Firstly, neither of those things are happening. Secondly, you could be the Drunk, but killing the Drunk is not that bad. I have to reveal 9 and then look. Okay, there is an Alchemist here. So that doesn't really tell us, well, there was 1 corruption around you. You can't cleanse, you cannot cure the corruption of the Drunk. Well, that is still certain how many corruptions. He can try to cure them, but I think, well, no, 2 probably isn't the Drunk then. Because she is lining up with this. You're saying that one of these is the minion, though. I don't know if the Alchemist actually... We should test this, because I do need to learn this. But if it's a twin minion, that doesn't really help us with Lilith or the Witch, for instance. So it's not super high value to do that. Unless per chance they both end up being evil and they're just lying to me. Number 3. Oh, okay. Well, they were good, apparently. Oh, wait. It only took 2 HP. Oh, wait, no. Lilith always takes away 2 HP. I was going to say that's the Drunk, but no. Number 1 is a real Oracle. Okay, well, I don't think... Wait. Yeah, that doesn't... She always says 1 that's there, 1 that's not. We got multiple people suggesting this. Let's go to 4. Killing a twin minion is not really a priority right now. Closest evil is equidistant. Uh-oh. That seems suspicious. That'd be like 5 and 3 are both evil, or... Well, it's not going to be 6 and 2. So if you are, in fact, telling us the truth, 2 is good. Also, the Dreamer gets their ability back each night, which is cool. The Slayer. I could use the Slayer to if I reveal the card, it wastes time. That's a problem. Couldn't kill 7. That would imply this is not really a Slayer. Or 9 is... Ooh, if that's not really Slayer, then that means 3 is also evil. There are 3 evils we're looking for. I need to check to see if you are really who you say you are. Twin minion or enlightened? Enlightened? Oh, right, that is her class. So I actually am inclined to believe that. So do you think the Slayer is not really the Slayer? Oh, it's the Drunk. Well, god damn it. I'm gonna try. Wait, but you detect as good. Yeah. You're corrupted, but you still detect as good. So this would not be the corrupted evil. That means if 4 is telling the truth, these guys are all good. Which, I mean, you've proven yourself multiple times. But I think they are all good. Which heavily implies you are good because you're telling us the truth. So I just kill... That doesn't... These 3? Oh, that was the real alchemist. So that's the twin minion. Oh, that's the baker. What the fuck? Oh my god, I got boomed so hard. I didn't think I should have reevaluated this. Yeah, they were just lying. They were straight up lying. Oh yeah, yeah, I could have. Yeah, they were supporting each other, kind of, inadvertently. Run failed. Score 0. What do you mean score 0? I had 270. Okay, well, we'll try again. Got Lilith and Shaman. So we are in a timer. Between 3, 4, and 6, there's a minion, outcast, and villager. That means probably the Rambler's in there, if he's telling the truth. There's a lot of cards to reveal in that time. One is evil. Okay, multiple people are pointing at 3 being evil. Potentially. Okay, well, there's no outcast here. Yeah, 3 could be the outcast. Well, somebody dies. Okay, well, 8's not evil. You're being told to shut up. That means 2. 1 is totally lying to us. Watch this. This is a Rambler, and you're evil. Okay. That means all of you guys, well, at the very least, not a minion, outcast, and liar. Or, I mean, we already know that. But I don't think there's any minions in there then. That means you're almost certainly good. There's no source of corruption here at all. So, I mean, that just is blatantly true. You're saying that 7's then evil? Between 4, 5, and 8. There's an outcast, villager, and minion. I don't think that's possible because the one outcast is over here. Okay. We did it. Okay, there's up to 3 outcasts now. Well, 1 to 2 actually, but they could be one of these 2 plus the hidden one. Is my understanding of it. Chancellor will always be beside one of them. Puppeteer will make a puppet that is evil but tells the truth instead of lying, like most evil do. And then we got Bob. Okay. I'm 1 card away from closest evil. Learn random info. That could be true. 7 was afflicted by an evil. Bombardi. If this isn't evil pretending to be that is terrifying. That could just end or run if we're wrong. We gotta be very careful about that. We're on no timer here, so we can reveal everything. Like Doctor. That means there is 1 corrupted character, potentially. 9 is good. I mean, true. Probably, maybe. 7 was afflicted by an evil. What is 7? Puppet is 1 card away from closest evil. I think that's just trivially true because as long as the puppet here made a that means there is a puppet, if true. The puppet's always beside the puppeteer, so I think that is just blatantly true. But he, could he have been corrupted by evil? No. Could he turn into an outcast by the Chancellor? No. Cloned by the Shaman? There is no Shaman. Was killed by an evil who is the puppet. He could be the puppet. And 8 could be the puppeteer. It was like that statement would just be lied then in that case. Chancellor is 1 card away from closest evil. Now the Chancellor does have to be beside one of the neutrals, which I'm suspecting is 2, but I don't know. 2 cards away from closest evil. Chancellor could also be 4 and be supporting 9 for all I know. Oh boy. I do have the Plague Doctor. One character is corrupted and I don't know who. There are 2 scouts. They're not supposed to be 2 scouts. So one of them is evil. I'm assuming he's 7 statement is just straight true. Means I think 6 is probably lying to us. I can figure out who was drunk. Or not drunk, but corrupted. Black Doctor could reveal an evil to us. Okay, let's see. Dude, I only see 2 neutrals, 2 outcasts. 4, 2, 1, and 8 are always going to be more suspicious because the Chancellor exists. If you're lying to us, you're not the Chancellor. Well, I guess these could be evil and puppet. Does a puppet disguise? Yeah, they obviously do disguise. I think it's a very high odds of this being correct. Yeah, okay. Now, Hunter. You're saying you're 2 cards away from closest evil. That would be Plague Doctor or 7. Or you're lying to us. If you're telling the truth, 7 would have to be either the puppet or the puppeteer. Can't be the puppeteer. It'd have to be the puppet. Which means 6 and 7 are evil, which means you would be lying as well, which means you could be corrupted. You can check. Aha. 5 is corrupted. 8 is evil. I already knew 8 is evil. That didn't help me any. That didn't help me, my dude. But he was corrupted, according to the Plague Doctor. So I can't believe him. And I believe it's probably these 2 that are still evil, though. You're supporting 9. You're saying 7 is puppet. But you're also saying you're 1 away from closest evil, which is probably just a lie. Let's test this theory. Oh, shit. Well, that can't be the puppeteer then. Yeah, it can't be the puppeteer. It's looking like 1 and 2 are probably the evils then. Because I don't see how 7 could be visited by evil at this point. But 7... How is 7 a freaking scout if the other scout is good? Could he be Ba? He's a doppelganger! Oh my gosh! Ba hit a doppelganger. Oh, good lord, that's so mean. Of all the neutrals it could be. I knew it wasn't lycanthrope because there was no time cycle, but I didn't think about that. What it could possibly be. Okay, that is my bad. It doesn't keep track of our score, apparently. Oh, we're not getting... This is definitely harder than the regular mode. Okay, we got Puka, so there's corruption. We got the rat who shows evil to our fellows. We got the drunk. We got the alchemist. Okay, we have a chance here. I'm 1 card away from the corrupted character. Maybe. We get to reveal everything, so I may as well. So one of these 2 is the Chancellor, almost certainly. The Wretch is here. Oh my gosh, that's... Luca's 3 cards away from evil. I'm good. You're the Confessor. I'm willing to believe you. There were no corrupted cards near you. That implies either 1 is lying or 2 or 4 are corrupted. But the only way for them to exist is if one of them's evil anyways. We can test them pretty easily. For instance, if I have them check Confessor, Wretch, and 3, the Bombardier, they should just detect 2 evils. Because the Wretch, or sorry, should only be 1 evil. The Wretch. But if they say anything other than 1, then they are lying to us. They could be corrupted, but if they were to be corrupted, Puka would have to be 1. 4 can't even be corrupted. There's no way for her to be, unless she's drunk. Unless they're drunk, but we already have 2 outcasts. Oh, there can be up to 3 outcasts. One of them can be the drunk. Okay, Puka is 3 cards away from closest evil. Okay, 1, 4, or 8, or 3, 4, or 8 are evil. I hope it's not 3. It could easily be 8 lying to us about this. 4 could also. So we need to test 4. So the confessor, you, and you. There are 2 evils amongst them. What do you say about the same group? There are 2 evils amongst them. They could both be evil or corrupted and lying to us. And just happen to lie in the same way. Or 3 could in fact be evil. It's not the confessor. Oh, that's so terrifying. It can't. This would have to be Puka. 3 was Puka, because it can't be Chancellor because there's no neutral beside them unless there's a drunk. Unless one of these is the drunk. And then 3 could be the Chancellor. But it's more likely that these are both evil, I think. Okay. That's good. That means there's no corruption. Because you can't corrupt. Okay. But you said there were 2 evils. You also said there was an evil here. You can't be corrupted, so I think you are evil. Well, the drunk, right. Okay. Well, we found the drunk. It only costs us 2 HP. That's not a big deal. You were correct. You were correct. You were 1 away from the corrupted character. That is true. Puka is 3 cards away from the closest evil, huh? Well, she's near the wretch, so that's immediately wrong. That's not true. And you're beside a wretch. Which means that's Chancellor. That was the only spot left, actually. Beside a... Okay. Okay. At the cost of a drunk? That's not bad. Oh, no. Baw again. Okay, we'll have to consider all the possibilities of what this outcast can be, but... Let's... Shaman, so there'll be duplicate villagers, and we got a regular minion. Okay. Not the lycanthrope. Number 3 is a real plague doctor. We're not on a timer, but I can reveal them now if I want to. I mean, I'm inclined to believe that, but we'll see if there's any other outcasts. But tentatively, 1 is telling us the truth. That means there can be 1 corrupted character. Judge. 6 is a real bishop. 1, 3, and 8. There's an outcast villager and minion. That really strongly points to 8 being a minion. We'll see. There's only 1 pair of evil. There's no corrupted around you. That would imply 1 of these is corrupted. What we can do is we can... Let's check if he's lying. Saying the truth. Now, is the judge corrupted? Not corrupted. Then who the hell would be corrupted at that point? No one around them were corrupted. It could be the alchemist that's just as evil and lying and not really an alchemist. That is looking more likely. And then if 8 and 9 were both evil, that would support 7's claim. But so far, this is looking like these are good, which is then implies he is good. It's all pointing to 8 being... So we need to check... See what he says for this. He says there are 3 evils there. That's just not possible. Okay. That is just not physically possible. So the druid... Learn if there are any... I can see if the outcast is telling us the truth or not. Are there any outcasts here? There's a drunk. It's not possible. We already have 1 confirmed. Well, actually, this is not confirmed. Could have just said. I haven't found any corruption yet. I don't think there can be a drunk. Well, it's bot creative, but then... Who the hell got corrupted? This alchemist, I think, is just lying to us. Is there anybody else? 7 supports that he's evil. You already clear 1. I think it has to be 9, right? Okay, where the hell is Ba? So 2 is probably lying to us. I don't see how they could possibly be drunk. You're Ba? No, you're corrupted. That's where the corruption was. Okay. 7 could be lying to us if they're evil. You're not corrupted anymore. You're telling... I mean, this was the truth, right? Yes. Oh, was it? So it's 7. It has to be 7. Okay. Because then there are 2 pairs. There's this pair and this pair. So therefore, he's technically lying. That's a sneaky little setup, I will say. Puka, and a plague doctor. So corruption all the way, but there's an alchemist that could potentially save us. Twin minion is 2 cards away from closest evil. Okay. Got a knight, but there's lots of corruption rife, so I can't just test them immediately. If they're corrupted, I can actually kill them. So 1 evil adjacent to you, huh? Maybe. Puka is 3 cards away. Well, one of you guys is not really who you say you are. Closest evil is counterclockwise. Really? I mean, that's pointing to 4 probably being evil. This 3 is also pointing to 4 being evil. And 1 inadvertently is 4 or 7 is a twin minion. More evidence to 4 being evil. Oh, hey, look, there's a plague doctor. I think I'm willing to take the risk. Okay. Congrats, you're good. You're good. You're probably good. I can test the... I can't test the knight because I don't know if they're corrupted yet. I could check with the plague doctor. The only way they could be corrupt... Well, there's multiple ways they could be corrupted. Let's check first. Oh, well, hello here. Puka's 1 card away from closest evil, huh? Twin minion is 2 cards away from closest evil. 9. 4 is good. Oh, that's straight up not true. You could be... No one was corrupted around you, huh? Suspecting 10 is Puka. You corrupted them. I'll probably test... and that would make 8 probably the other minion. Let's check if 1 is corrupted. 1 is corrupted, 4 is evil. I already knew 4 was evil. So I'm suspecting it's... 2 has to be real. I don't think they can be corrupted. They're corrupted. What the fuck? They were real. They could have been the plague doctor corruption. Oh, that's not good. Okay, there's Puka. They were the 2 corruptions. This must be the plague doctor corruption. You are good. The only other one that can be evil now is 8. Wait, technically, 1 could be evil and just didn't get corrupted by Puka. But I know you were corrupted. Or you could also be evil. You could also be evil. I don't have much information on it. Okay, Puka is 1 card with closest evil. That could technically be true. Twin could be here or here. Twin minion is 2 cards with closest evil. Could easily be true. I don't know. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. I messed up with the knight. I didn't want to test the knight with the plague doctor because I was suspecting Puka was here. And I wanted to... It gives me more information to know that 1 is corrupted than if 2 is corrupted. Especially if it just points to an evil that's already been revealed. So 1 of these 3 is evil. It has to be actually 1 or 8. It can't be 9. They were just corrupted. Puka is 1 away from... If you are evil, that is in fact a lie. If you're good, that points to 1 being evil. So it works both ways. If 1 is evil, Twin minion is 2 cards away from closest evil. That's not true. That would be a lie. If you're telling the truth, again, that's not... So you can't be telling the truth, I think. But one could be corrupted by Puka. I'm going to take a chance on 8. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh. Well, we're on to village 7 now. Puka, Poisoner. Lots of corruption, no alchemist, huh? 1 or 4 is a poisoner. You're pointing to yourself. If you were lying, then neither of you would be the poisoner. But you could be the poisoner, which would be funny. Could be Puka, I guess, or corrupted. 1 is evil, 5. Okay, let's just do these. Between 1, 5, and 7, there's an outcast, villager, and minion. Well, we can check that pretty easily. I see no outcast here, and Bombardier does not disguise themselves. So I'm sorry, 3, but you're looking like you're either corrupted, which is possibility. 2 could be Puka, for instance, very easily. And if 2 was Puka, then that would imply 8 is the other evil. 7 saying there's no evil beside. There's the neutral. Left side is more evil. What's 2 say? I'm 1 card away from closest evil. I am well, if 3 was Puka, he'd be lying. He'd have to be lying, and I don't think that's true because he'd be beside. It would actually be true when it needs to be lying. I don't think 3 can be Puka in that case. He could be the poisoner and have poisoned Empress, but you're looking at less likely territory. If 5 is telling the truth, then 4 can't be evil. They could still be corrupted. But again, 3 being Puka and corrupt, again, could be the poisoner. You're implying the left side is more evil, which is concerning. Because that means of these 3, 2 of them have to be evil. You are pointing to 5 or 8, 1 of them being evil. You're saying that nobody's evil. I'm suspecting you're probably poisoned by 8 being evil. And then if that's the case, 2 would be lying. But 3, you're probably Puka. I think 2 is probably Puka, corrupting 1 and 3. I think 8 is probably the poisoner, poisoning 7. Let's test. Okay, that was Puka. So that means you're lying, but that's because you're corrupted. Well, you could be evil, I suppose. You could be the poisoner still, with just no one to poison beside you. But you are lying to us, meaning neither of you are the poisoner. If you're not the poisoner, that means you're good. Could still be corrupted, though. Could still be corrupted. By the poisoner. But that would imply 5 or 3. 2 is pointing to 3 being evil in this case, because he clearly is not telling us the truth. But then who would have been, if this is the poisoner, 2 or 4 would have had to have been corrupted. But if you're corrupted, you're lying to us about this, and that would mean 5 is evil, and that doesn't check out. If 5 is telling us the truth, then 2 is the evil one. 2 is evil and has corrupted 3. That looks very... everything lines up for that. Okay, so I got all the corruptions right the first time around. I just had these 2 swapped. I mean, it ends up being the same result, ultimately. But it's good to walk through all the possibilities and make sure nothing immediately pokes a hole in it. Ba, Poisoner, and Shaman. Okay, we don't know what our outcast is. Confessor, you're good. Dreamer. 6 was affected by an evil. Could have been poisoned. Could be the shaman. Shaman copy, I should say. You are dizzy. You could be corrupted by the poisoner. Or you could be evil. I don't know yet. And 3 cards away from close as evil. That supports that 4 is just corrupted, or you're just straight up lying. That's a good possibility. 5 was affected by an evil. 6 was affected by an evil. Well, it looks like you might be the shaman copy. And you may be poisoned by the poisoner who's number 4. That looks quite likely. Left side's more evil. That doesn't seem too likely. Closest evil is equidistant. Okay, you will tell us 2 roles amongst people. Well, we can do the confessor and... Okay, actually, hold on. I know for the fact that because of the shaman exists, there has to be 2 of one kind. These are only 2 of one kind. A villager. You are telling the truth. And you are, in fact, good. I don't know if you're corrupted. You're saying 5 was affected by an evil. How could 5 be affected by an evil? He could be poisoned. We can test this. But that says you're 3. Yeah, you'd be lying in that case. So I think 4 is evil. 4 was corrupted. And 5 is evil and corrupted 6. Well, yes, he is evil, but he didn't corrupt 6. How did you get corrupted? Affected by an evil. He's not affected by an evil. Outcast hidden by Ba. No, that is Ba. Huh? Besides more, I think 6 may... How can 6 be evil? There has to be 2 of a kind. But he's not telling us the truth. It means he has to be... Would... No, the Bombardier is the one outcast. And we've already revealed it, so it's no longer hidden. So that is indeed... How is 6 lying to us while also being the second witness? You're saying it's equidistant. Well, I mean, that doesn't tell us much anyway. That just tells us that 8 is probably good. Like, 1 is good. Assuming 9 is telling the truth. I'm more concerned. Let's see. Is it poisoner or enlightened? Oh, God. There's no way the confessor is anything other than the confessor. If she's corrupted or evil, she'd say, I'm dizzy. Other characters always see them as truthful, even if disguised or evil. Interesting. Well, that just means these are probably both good. Do I have any reason to believe 2, actually? If they're lying, then it would be neither role. And clearly there isn't... Well, it could be 2 and 9 both being evil. That would make 8 not telling us the truth. I don't understand how 6 is saying that. There is a little bit of precedence for left side being more evil, but I kind of doubt it. If 8 is evil, then 9 is almost certainly evil. Enlightened is heavily implying that it's actually 6 and 3 both being evil. I don't know how that's possible, though. Just because the shaman exists. There are 2 of the same villager roles in the current village. Can they be evil? Disguising as that role? I don't think so. I think they have to be true to... Alright, we gotta go through all our options then. 3 is saying 6 was visited by an evil. I know this to be true. That's the only way for the shaman to have created somebody. That is in directly here. Villager, cloned character by a shaman. Like, I know that's true. 2, 1, and 9, there's a poisoner or enlightened. I mean, I wish she had mentioned confessor. It would make this a lot easier. It could be 2 and 9 both being evil. The poisoner is really screwing me up because I don't know who is... I think 6 is just... 6 can't be corrupted because it has to be adjacent to poisoner. If this was the poisoner, it would make so much more sense. Evil, closest evil is equal distant. That's looking less and less likely as possible. I'm thinking 2 and 9 are in fact evil. Oh, it was a real dreamer. What the fuck? What? Oh, she was corrupted, right. Oh my gosh. Were you disguised as? The witness? How is that possible? The 2 evils were both hiding as witnesses. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, we've learned something today. The shaman's ability does not mean they have to be real villagers. I've been operating under that premise for a long time. But you can actually have both villager roles be disguises, and that still counts for the shaman. That's wild. No wonder I was so confused. I was like, maybe one of them is. And maybe that's how it works. I didn't ever consider 2 of them, both of them, being disguised. So, if she was telling the truth... Yeah, I mean, that... Equidistant 6 and 3. Oh my gosh. Left side's more evil, because both of them are evil. Alright, well. Well then. We only got the... all saved villages 8. So is it just getting more difficult the more total villages we save? Not just in our current run. Maybe. Run failed. Score 0. That's not really how this works, but sure. Yeah, it looks like it's ramping up just over time. If I go back to the main menu and look. Saves in row 4. Save villages 8. Pretty bad. Man, that is absolutely... Look at our best score over here compared to this. Holy crap. Endless mode is very difficult. And it's forcing me to learn some very important things that aren't actually told to you directly. So, very good information to know. Unlocked after saving 10 villages in Endless. Well, now we gotta find out. Let's do one more run. Let's do one more run. Lels, Twin Minion, Poisoner. Rambler, Bombardier. Okay. Well, there's the Rambler. I don't want to waste time revealing beside them because it's likely to not be useful information. 1 evil adjacent to you. Well, this could be Lilith, for instance. Oh, well, no. Almost certainly true. It's implying 4. I could trust 3 blindly and try and kill 4 and see what happens. But if it is the Bombardier and she's lying to me, I just lose, so... Oh, hey, look at that! Well... Shoot. Well, 3... It's not looking so good for you right now. Wait, there's 2. Oh, God. Oh, no. The Rambler's real, then the Bombardier's evil. It only cost me 2 HP to kill, I think. If I'm wrong, well, it's the first night. It's the first night. We're just gonna go with it. Screw it. All right. Reroll. Bah. Puppeteer. I'm 1 card away from closest evil. At least we don't have a timer now. Closest evil is counterclockwise. Confessor. Oh, God. Well, Rambler is been created by Ba. They're both saying shut up. 7 or 8 is a puppeteer. Okay. 3 could be turned into a puppet and still be telling the truth and therefore get shut up by the Rambler. That is a possibility. Let's do this and this. One is a minion. Yeah, the puppeteer is a minion. Ba is a demon. I think the puppet's also a minion. It's probably looking like you're evil. You're definitely both pointing toward being puppeteer. I don't know if you or you are the puppet, though. You're both pointing out. You're pointing away from them, which means probably one of these would be evil, not her. Well, let's see what the judge says about you. 4 is lying. Well, only one of you can be telling the truth. Okay. That means you are telling the truth, because he has to lie about it. Now, I don't know if 7 or 1 is the puppet, because they're both telling the truth. However, if 2 is telling the truth, then that means 1 is good and not the puppet. It would have to be 3 as being evil. But he... Clearly, this is a minion, so that is definitely true. Unless 7 is Ba, because demons are more suspicious than minions. And he could be lying that way, I guess. But if this is Ba, he wouldn't be told to shut up by the Rambler, so I don't think that's possible. I think you're good. I think it's 2 that's probably evil. Yup. Now, you're good. I don't know which one of these is the puppet. I don't have any information on that. You are telling... They're both telling the truth, so I just have to YOLO it. Okay. We had enough HP remaining that we could, even if we were wrong. But, you know, slightly better score. Oh, good lord. Lycanthrope, who can turn into an evil character if we don't reveal him early enough. Puppeteer, who makes an evil character, which means I can't reveal all the cards. And Lilith, who's killing good characters. What is this? Insanity. Absolute insanity. There can be up to 5 evils. Oh, and they're gonna kill our good characters. I'm not gonna have any reliable information. 2 is good. There are no adjacent evils to you. Revealing the good ones is actually very good because Lilith will target them first. 2 is a real lover. They're all supporting each other. They could all be evil for all I know, but let's see. Number 9, Slayer. Okay, well, Lilith is still active, obviously, because I have not killed anybody. Don't have any support for 9 yet. 5 is good. Actually, let me look at Lilith. At night, she doesn't have... this doesn't stop when I reveal her, so I have to kill her. Not kill herself if she's the only one remaining. Interesting. 5 is good. There's 2 of these guys. There's no Shaman. One of them has to be not telling us the truth. Thus far, it looks like 8 is probably lying to us. Well, that means they're probably both evil. Oh, there's the evil werewolf. There's the puppeteer. Okay. Okay, good. Where's Lilith? Do I trust the Slayer to try and kill? Oh, there's Lilith. Nice. That only leaves the witch. Which I think has to be here. That's 7. Oh, wait. Oh, God. Oh, the puppet, right. That means 7 is the... or what? 9 is the puppet. Oh. That's a cool boss skin. All right. Village is safe. Oh. That was kind of nerve-wracking. All right, you got Ba again. There's another outcast that's hidden. There's guaranteed a Rambler and another outcast. A Shaman. There's 2 villagers of the same type. Okay, there's no Lycanthrope. 2 or 6 is a Shaman. Maybe, I don't know. Druid. 8 is good. 1 or 2 is a Shaman. Oh, we got 2 villagers here. Or two oracles, I should say. They could be evil, apparently, in disguise. I got multiple people pointing at 2 being a shaman. What is 6? Or 6 is a rambler. You are, looking very suspicious. 2 away from corrupted character. Can there be a corrupted character? Only if there is a... That implies one of them could be a drunk. That 5 could be a drunk? Unfortunately, they don't say anything. If they're a drunk, killing them's not a big deal. It's a good way to verify 7. 3 cards away from corrupted character. Okay, you guys can't both be bards and you can't both be telling us the truth, so... But they're also both pointing at 1 being corrupted, curiously enough. So in theory, they could be the shaman cards, and it could be these 2. Yeah, actually. Everything's... Oh, good lord. Earn 1 outcast among them, if any. I need to know... These are... It's gonna lie to us. That's a problem. Here's a drunk. I really have 2 sides here. One is where one of these is a drunk. I might need 2 to die to confirm. To confirm things here. I know one of the evils is a bard or an oracle, and I know the other evil is probably 2. I think 5 is probably safe. I'm gonna test them. They are in fact good. Fortunately, I didn't use them as... Oh, actually, I did here. They are a real knight. They are not drunk. If one of these is the drunk, then 2 cannot be shaman. Thing is, they're both saying it's shaman. I feel like they're... What is the neutral if it's not the drunk? You could... One of these... 4 could be telling the truth and 7's the drunk. That is a possibility. I killed 2. This 3 is also saying 8's good, but that doesn't mean they're not a drunk. Okay, 2 in fact was the shaman. You guys are good and not the drunk. That's our 2 thingamajigs. 2 villager rolls that are the same. You said 8 is good. It's not a lie. So it's 7 or 4. That is Ba. You are 3 away from corrupted character. You are 2 away from corrupted character. Well, neither of these are corrupted. This could be true if 7's drunk. Is a problem. If 7's drunk, then I don't know. I'm just gonna kill him. You're the drunk. God damn it. That means this is no longer true. You know what I could have deduced to confirm that the drunk was the other. I was pretty confident, but since they're both talking about corrupted characters, that implies that there has to be a source of corruption, which could only have been the drunk in this case. So there had to be a drunk. Oh, yeah. If he was, I could have thought of it this way. If instead of thinking about which one was Ba, think about which one was the drunk. If 4 was the drunk, which he ended up being, he'd be lying about someone else being corrupted because no one else could be corrupted. Drunk, only the drunk can be corrupted. If 7 was the drunk, he'd be in the same place. Yeah, so I guess I wouldn't have worked to deduce this. Either way, it only costs us 2 HP, so a worthy sacrifice. Lilith and Puppeteer. We got a doppelganger and the wretch. The wretch detects as evil. Doppelganger just copies a good character. Currently in play. Okay. Judge. All right, we got Lilith, so we got. Oh, this is gonna be tough. I'm gonna have to fly blind if I want to stop Lilith from killing people. is a problem. I don't think I can. Especially when I've got a wretch who's going to throw things off quite a lot. 3 was affected by an evil. You could be the puppet. And therefore 4 being the puppeteer. Let's see. You and you. 4-1 is an outcast. 1 could be the doppelganger. But that means 4 is not puppeteer if you're telling the truth. Telling the truth? Telling the truth. I was hoping to kill the puppeteer early. How else they could be... How else could they be affected by evil? I guess 5 could be the evil. Could be the puppeteer. Am I willing to just YOLO it? No. Oh, well, the dreamer got revealed. I can test you. Investigator or Lilith? Well, what's 4? Oh, it's an outcast, huh? I don't know if it's a doppelganger because I haven't seen any duplicates yet. 2 or 9 is a puppeteer. Oh my gosh, I don't believe you for a second. But they're not pointing to them being evil. How? 2 could be the puppeteer, I suppose, or the puppet. And oh, 3 could just be evil. 3 could just straight up be evil. And lying to us. Oh, there's another dreamer. Okay, one of them could be the doppelganger. But nobody's pointing at that being the case. Let's have you pick 1 and 2. They're saying the same thing. Investigator's almost probably telling the truth. Do you think there's got to be another oracle somewhere? That's implying 9 is evil, but if he's telling the truth, then... Oh, God. Does that mean 9's or 4 is evil? Nope. They were telling the truth. Crap, I don't know which one... Well... Puppeteer. Not the puppet, the puppeteer. If this is a puppeteer, you're lying about being Lilith or investigator there. Which implies neither of those are true, and that 2 is also evil. And that's looking likely because neither of these are an outcast. I'm thinking 9 and 2 are evil. And also 5? You're the doppelganger. No. Oh, all the evils were over there. Oh my gosh. I was... Fuck. Well, let's see what the new mode is, shall we? I guess we'll play that next time. Let me get to the main menu. More modes. Different ways to play. Includes experimental... Oh, deck building. Build your own village. Start with a random deck. Save 6 villages to complete the run. These are locked in the demo. Alright, we might try the deck building mode next time. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like and subscribe if you're not already. And I'll see you guys then.